Yes, I know this topic is deader than a fucking doornail. I intended for this video to come out earlier, but my personal life got in the way. Just hear me out and enjoy the video. Hello everyone, it is I, Veritas. And did you guys know that being complicit in the genocide of Palestinians being committed by Israelis is bad? Shocker, I know. Yeah, for those who don't know, there are a lot of people who just can't comprehend that their precious far-right genocidal ethno-state is actually bad, and that the innocent Palestinian babies are actually not terrorists, especially if those people are named EuphoriTori. Who is EuphoriTori? Well, let's get into it.
EuphoriTori is this bitch. She's a Twitter user who has been making the rounds on the website for her lacking care of empathy for the oppressed state of Palestine. You know, the one being murdered by Zionists.
What do I mean by this? Well, last year around the beginning of the boycott, EuphoriTori had tweeted about how she wouldn't be boycotting Starbucks, which stirred up controversy in Twitter, yeah, obviously she deserved to be criticized for this.
Thing is, some people just can't understand that Tori was being a shithead. Most notably, Clara Sorrenti and Ian Kaczynski, better known as Keffals and Vaush respectively. These two have made apologia for the blatant disregard to people's lives by arguing that Tori didn't do anything wrong due to the fact that Starbucks doesn't directly fund Israel or is on the BDS list.
Furthermore, Vaush and Keffals also tried to argue that the attempted boycott of Starbucks was in vain because it distracted from the actual boycott against the main BDS companies. This idea is simply preposterous for a couple of reasons. First, you do realize that you don't have to limit yourself to the BDS list when boycotting from Israel. Sure, you still have an obligation to not give money to the main targets like McDonald's and Pizza Hut, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't expand to other brands. As long as the main companies are being hurt, which they are, you should always boycott as much as possible. Second, just because they aren't directly supporting Israel with money, that doesn't mean you shouldn't boycott them. In case some of you don't know, the reason for the boycott on Starbucks is because they tried to silence their union for being pro-Palestinian, which, yeah, is that not a perfectly good reason to boycott Starbucks? Is it not? Let me tell you the truth, it is. Starbucks deserves to be boycotted, and Tori, Vaush, and Keffals are all wrong about it. Anyway, it's the end of the video, which means it's shoutout time, and today's shoutout is the news site Al Jazeera. For a while, I've been reading some of their work regarding the genocide in Gaza committed by Israelis, and I gotta say, I would recommend everyone to look to them when it comes to this genocide. Anyway, that's all for today. Good night, and free Palestine, motherfucker!